How are you doing today? I'm doing good. What's your name and how old are you? My name is Celine and I'm 9 years old. For 9 years old, this is my dream. Being in America's Got Talent. At just 10 years old, Celine Tam captured the hearts of millions on America's Got Talent. But few know the pain hiding behind her smile. Her powerful voice, which seemed to carry the hopes of her family, masked the struggles she faced away from the spotlight. Could the dream that brought her so much joy also have caused her so much pain? Let us uncover the heartbreaking truth that will leave you bursting into tears of sorrow. For weeks, Celine's voice took the world by storm. Celine's rise to fame was rapid and dazzling. Her performance of My Heart Will Go On the AGT stage melted hearts. Music. She became an instant sensation, capturing the attention of millions. But the more her talent shined, the more the pressure mounted. Her dad, who doubled as her manager, pushed her hard to achieve excellence. He believed in her so much that he turned their home into a constant practice zone for Celine. The love for singing was real, but it started to feel less like a passion and more like a never-ending job. Before we dive deeper, it's clear that the truth behind Celine's success is far more heartbreaking than anyone could have expected. And what comes next will leave you stunned. When she reached the semifinals on America's Got Talent, her fans were rooting for her. Yet her bold song choice in that round didn't quite hit the mark. The judges were divided. I just want to eat you up and take you home. You're so adorable and so cute and your voice is amazing. Thank you. You are so talented. While Simon Cowell praised her growth, others felt her performance lacked authenticity. This was tough for anyone, let alone a 9-year-old. The dream of winning the show faded, leaving Celine to grapple with what it meant to not make it all the way. After AGT, the bright lights dimmed a little. She still performed and gained opportunities like singing with Jeffrey Lee in a viral duet. Their rendition of You Raise Me Up was breathtaking and brought her back into the spotlight momentarily. But fame is fleeting, and the attention of the public often shifts to the next big thing. For Celine, this meant carrying the weight of being the almost winner while figuring out what was next for her career. Her dad continued to play a central role in her career, sometimes overly so. As her biggest supporter, he pushed her to improve and take on new challenges. But there's a fine line between encouragement and pressure, and it seemed that Celine's childhood was slipping away amidst rehearsals and performances. The joy she once found in singing began to fade under the constant demand to be perfect. In 2018, she joined a Chinese singing competition, Singer, competing against seasoned professionals. Celine proved her talent was no fluke. Her voice impressed judges and audiences alike, showcasing maturity beyond her years. Yet even these successes were bittersweet. The joy of singing was now accompanied by the stress of meeting expectations and keeping up her reputation. Despite these challenges, Celine kept going. She performed in Hong Kong and participated in the World's Got Talent special in 2019, where she earned another golden buzzer. This moment brought her back into the global spotlight, but she still didn't take the top prize. The praise and recognition were meaningful, yet the pressures of maintaining her place in the industry weighed heavily on her young shoulders. Social media became an important outlet for Celine to connect with fans. She used platforms like Facebook to share updates and performances, keeping her supporters engaged. However, even this came with its challenges. The constant scrutiny and the need to present a perfect image added another layer of stress to her already demanding life. Through it all, Celine's dad remained by her side. While his intentions were rooted in love and belief in her abilities, his involvement sometimes seemed too intense. Balancing the roles of father and manager was tricky. At times, it was hard to tell if Celine was pursuing her dreams or just trying to meet her dad's high expectations. Celine's story didn't end with AGT. It shows the ups and downs of being famous so young. The voice that touched millions. Celine's talent was undeniable, and her voice continued to evolve. She moved audiences with her ability to convey emotion through music. Standing ovations and praise from professionals were frequent, but the question lingered. Was she truly happy? Did she still love singing as much as she did when she was a carefree little girl? The life of a child star is not all glamour and applause. The pressure to succeed and the expectations placed on young performers can be overwhelming. For Celine, her path highlighted these challenges. While her story is filled with incredible achievements, it also serves as a reminder of the emotional toll that fame can take on someone so young. As Celine grows older, there's hope that she'll rediscover the pure joy of singing. Perhaps stepping away from the spotlight and the relentless demands of fame will allow her to reconnect with her passion. Her voice remains extraordinary, and she has her whole life ahead of her to explore what she wants to do with it. The path from being a child prodigy to finding her identity as an artist is still a complicated story. Imagine a tiny girl singing Celine Dion songs with all the power and emotion she could muster. Her performance leaving audiences stunned. She had the kind of talent that made people believe she was destined for greatness. But behind the dazzling stage lights and her parents' proud smiles was a tale of pressure, sacrifice, and growing pains. What happens when child dreams get tangled with adult ambitions? Born in Hong Kong, she burst onto the stage like a firecracker, instantly capturing attention. People couldn't stop talking about this young star who seemed ready to conquer the world. Her parents were always close by, acting as managers who wanted her to shine brighter than anyone else. Fame at such a young age might sound magical, but it comes with its own set of challenges. Her parents pushed her to compete in every possible contest, aiming to make her the biggest star anyone had ever seen. It worked for a while. She became a household name after appearing on America's Got Talent, charming millions with her innocence and extraordinary voice. Yet even during her rise to stardom, cracks in the fairy tale began to show. Instead of enjoying play dates and carefree moments, her days were packed with rehearsals and endless vocal training. The pressure was constant, and her life revolved around delivering the perfect performance. For a kid, this wasn't just a dream, it was a full-time job. Child stars are often treated like investments, and she was no exception. Her talent brought in opportunities, but it also took away her childhood. When the TV cameras stopped rolling and the spotlight faded, the reality of her situation became clear. Fame can be as fleeting as it is intoxicating. Transitioning from a child star to an adult artist is a tough road, especially in a world that constantly craves the next big thing. She found herself having to start over, trying to make a mark in an industry that forgets people as quickly as it celebrates them. One of her recent performances was singing Sweet Caroline at the Hong Kong Rugby Sevens grand finale. Her voice was still powerful, but the setting was far from the grandeur of her America's Got Talent days. The glamour and big dreams of her youth seemed distant, replaced by the gritty struggle to stay relevant in the music world. The cheers grew quieter, but the struggles ahead made Celine stronger in surprising ways. Chasing fame in a changing world, the challenges didn't stop there. The music industry is ruthless, and talent isn't always enough. As a young adult, she's competing with countless others who are just as skilled and determined. The novelty that once set her apart has faded, leaving her to navigate a crowded field. These days, she's turned to platforms like YouTube, posting covers and trying to connect with audiences online. She's chasing the dream of another viral moment, hoping that her voice will capture hearts once more. But the internet is a double-edged sword. One moment you're a sensation, and the next you're overshadowed by the latest trend or viral video. Her YouTube path reflects a different kind of battle. Unlike the cheering audiences of her America's Got Talent days, she now faces algorithms and the unpredictable whims of online viewers. Staying relevant in the digital age requires more than just talent. It demands strategy, persistence, and a bit of luck. She's still putting in the work, showing up and singing her heart out. Yet the magic of her early years is hard to replicate, and the industry's landscape has shifted dramatically. In an era dominated by influencers and short attention spans, standing out has never been harder. The retrospectives and "Where Are They Now" pieces on her life paint a bittersweet picture. They remind us of the bright-eyed little girl who once stole the spotlight and how quickly fame can fade. Child prodigies rarely stay at the top, and her story is no exception. The world moved on, and she's been left to figure out her place in it. The music industry isn't forgiving. It demands constant evolution and reinvention. For someone who rose to fame so young, the expectations are even greater. People still compare her to the 11-year-old who wowed the world, making it harder for her to prove that she's more than just a child star. Her performances today might not be on the grand stages of her youth, but she hasn't given up. She's still singing, still trying to keep her career alive. However, the reality is that fame is a business, and without the right connections, team, and a bit of luck, it can vanish as quickly as it arrived. The way people consume music has changed, and being a great singer is no longer enough. Artists need to be brands, personalities, and influencers to capture and maintain attention. Despite the obstacles, her determination is admirable. She's still fighting, still hoping that her voice can take her to new heights. The road ahead is filled with uncertainties, but she's not ready to fade away just yet. Whether she can reinvent herself and carve out a lasting place in the ever-changing music industry remains to be seen. Her story serves as a reminder of how fleeting fame can be and the immense challenges that come with finding it at such a young age. The documentaries and retrospectives about her life highlight both her incredible talent and the harsh realities of the entertainment industry. They show a young girl who captured hearts worldwide, but also reveal the sacrifices and struggles that came with her early success. Fame at a young age can be as much a burden as it is a blessing. For now, she's still holding on to her dream, believing that her talent can carry her forward. Her story is far from over, but it's clear that the path ahead won't be easy. The music industry is a tough place, and staying relevant requires constant reinvention. She's still out there, performing at events and posting videos, doing everything she can to keep her career alive. The question remains, can she rise above the challenges and find her place in the music world? Or will she join the long list of child stars who burned bright before fading away? Only time will tell if her talent and determination will be enough to keep the dream alive. While Celine's path shows the hard side of fame, AGT has always been a stage for amazing young talents. Young stars who stole the show. When you think of America's Got Talent, one thing stands out: the incredible kids who have stepped onto that stage and completely stolen the show. Let's be honest, the sheer amount of talent packed into some of these young performers is unreal. From jaw-dropping singers to kid ventriloquists, the stage has been a launchpad for some truly memorable acts. Let's take a critical look at some of the most unforgettable child performers who have graced the AGT stage and left audiences buzzing. First up, Darcy Lynn Farmer. Back in 2017, when she was only 12 years old, this girl walked into the room with a puppet named Petunia and changed the game. Not only did she make a puppet sing Summertime better than most people could, but she also got the golden buzzer from Mel B. Talk about making an impression. Throughout the competition, she kept pulling out one incredible performance after another, with her mouse puppet Oscar belting out "Who's Loving You," and another puppet Edna Dorkner taking on "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman." And who could forget the final showdown where she brought two puppets together for a duet of "With a Little Help from My Friends." She didn't just win, she absolutely crushed it. Since then, she's been all over the place. TV shows, national tours, you name it. Now let's rewind even further to 2006, when Bianca Ryan became the very first winner of AGT at just 11 years old. This girl didn't just sing. She delivered powerhouse performances that left everyone's jaw on the floor. Her audition piece, "And I Am Telling You I'm Not Going," was enough to prove she had the kind of voice that could fill an arena. She followed it up with tracks like "Piece of My Heart" and "I Am Changing," sealing her spot as the inaugural champ. Winning AGT opened big doors for her in the music industry, leading to the release of her debut album and other music projects. She set the bar high, and boy did she leave a mark. Fast forward to 2024, and we saw 9-year-old Praniska Mishra take the stage. Her song choice, Tina Turner's "River Deep Mountain High." Her voice was massive, her stage presence was magnetic, and Heidi Klum couldn't resist smashing that golden buzzer. This kid's passion for performing was undeniable. At just 9 years old, she showed a level of dedication and connection with the audience that some performers 3 times her age can't manage. It's a testament to how AGT keeps finding these young gems. Another standout from 2024 was Maya Neelkantan, an 11-year-old guitarist with a flair for blending the unexpected. Picture this: She walks out in traditional attire, starts with a Carnatic devotional piece, and then flips the script by shredding Papa Roach's Last Resort like a total rock star. The judges were floored, with Simon Cowell even dubbing her a rock goddess. Her ability to mix traditional music with heavy metal was nothing short of genius. Maya's performance was a reminder that kids can be fearless and original, taking risks that pay off big time. Then there was Reed Wilson, a 14-year-old singer from Alabama who brought emotional depth to the AGT stage. His rendition of Leslie Gore's You Don't Own Me didn't just showcase his vocal talent. It was a performance packed with heart. Howie Mandel hit the golden buzzer, and it was easy to see why. Reed's voice carried so much emotion, and his ability to deliver a performance that moved people is what makes him one of the most memorable young performers in AGT history. It's not just these big names, though. AGT has been a hub for discovering countless other young talents who have wowed the crowd with their skills. The platform has given kids from all walks of life a chance to shine. Whether they're singers, dancers, magicians, or even ventriloquists. And while not every kid walks away with a trophy, the exposure and experience they gain are invaluable. Some go on to have thriving careers, while others carry the confidence and skills they've learned into other areas of their lives. What makes these young performers so special isn't just their talent. It's their ability to connect with people. They bring something fresh, raw, and real to the stage, reminding us all that age doesn't define greatness. Seeing these kids pour their hearts into their performances is inspiring and, let's face it, often humbling. They prove time and again that talent knows no age. It's also worth noting the role of family and mentors in these kids' paths. Behind every young performer is a support system helping them chase their dreams, whether it's parents driving them to rehearsals or mentors giving them the tools to succeed. These young artists don't achieve greatness alone. It's a team effort, and the results speak for themselves. America's Got Talent has become a huge platform for young stars to showcase what they can do, and its ability to put their skills in the spotlight is truly impressive. The show has given us so many memorable performances that it's hard to forget them. Think about Darcy Lynn, who amazed everyone with her ventriloquism, or Maya, who redefined what could be done with a guitar. These moments are not just entertaining. They're stepping stones for these kids to build even bigger futures. For many, their time on AGT becomes the first chapter in an incredible story that takes them to new heights. When you step back and really look at it, the focus AGT places on young talent reminds us why it's so important to create opportunities for kids to shine. These performers, no matter their background or skills, inspire others their age to believe in themselves and work hard for their dreams. They prove that with the right mix of determination, talent, and love for what you do, there's almost no limit to what can be achieved. It's not just about winning a competition. It's about showing what's possible when you don't give up. As we look forward to future seasons, one thing is crystal clear. The next generation of stars isn't just on the horizon. They're already here. Each performance, whether it's a heartfelt song, a bold and creative guitar solo, or a puppet making people laugh until they cry, leaves an impact. These young performers are constantly raising the bar, showing everyone new ways to think about talent. And as fans, we get the privilege of watching it all unfold, cheering them on as they create moments that stick with us for years. Was Celine Tam's rise to fame a beautiful dream, or did the pressures of stardom turn it into a heartbreaking tragedy? Share your thoughts and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.